Oh, hello girls and the Frenchels, it's Donald. Welcome back to my kitchen. And on today's menu, we'll be taking a look at what are the best decks in the meta right now. Yeah, specifically, what are the 2 best decks of every element? Grass, the 2 best fire, the 2 best water. Yeah, that stuff. So, I made a website on this. Yeah. I'm gonna show it off. So here it is. Donald, this is a new expansion coming. Yeah, but it's only gonna mess up a few categories. So most of this will stay for sure. Of course, we're gonna update some of the decks, but still, yeah, we'll get to that. But now, aren't you curious? What are the best decks? So we're gonna break them down into each categories. But first, there's some keystone decks that really define this meta. Yeah, you really have to test against these 4 things here. So, here are the 4 of this meta. First of all, Buzzwall. What's so good about Buzzwall? It can one-shot all your Pokemons. All of it. Easily your stage 1 like your Galissopod here, and it does it easily. There are a lot of decks that can do it, but this is probably the easiest one. Yeah, so the damage threat check. Can you survive against fast, consistent damage? How do you do against that? And you can. And here we go. Next, healing and speed check. Galissopod, Zoroark, Acerola. They can heal off a lot of damage. They're good with max potions. Can you fight through the healing? Can you one-shot them? So that's me with another one. Next up, what beats both of those decks? SOLGALEO. Here's another check. He's got the max base hit points. He can sink any of your Pokemons. Every single Pokemon in the game will not have enough hit points to survive this. How do you get around that? So that's the 3rd check. The 4th one is, oh yeah, Hoopas, Weevils, a lot of nasty non-GX cards. They got some crazy effects out there. Can you beat that? So those are the 4 major checks out there. Let's start off with, well, the actual list now. Here we go. So we're gonna start with colorless because that starts with the letter C. Colorless. Really? They're colorless decks? No, but there are 2 major colorless GX that have been around. Drampa, Gold, and Silvereye. So let's talk about Drampa first. Drampa. You know, you've been thoroughly replaced by Buzzwall and other more consistent cards. Drampa's deals that his Berserk has 150 base damage. 160 the magic number. He's just missing 10 hit points. However, you can still make it work if you can get 30 damage somewhere, because that's how you get a stage 1 GX out. That's blocking my way. So there are some ways to get that 30 damage, but right now other decks just do it more consistently than Drampa to get one-shot KOs. Salazzle, Potown, but you don't see it anymore because it's just not as consistent. So overall, for colors, he's still out there. Maybe there's something in the future that can make him better, but for now, he's about a C+. Colorless Silvereye. Like, yeah. Every time I play it, I like it. I like it a lot, but you don't see it around everywhere because, well, remember the first check? You're gonna see a lot of decks in this list able to one-shot this. He's gonna need a muscle band, but let's see his damage. It's just a 2-shot. His GX is great. His utility is good. I mean, we like him. You get bonus energies with the Silvereye, but that just really isn't a right partner with them. He gets a B-, a little bit better than a Drampa, lives better, and the utility is great. So these are the 2 biggest colorless GX Pokemons, but you see them now and then. Not too big of a deal with both of these. Moving on, Fairy decks, because what's after C? Letter F, because it's ABCs. What is the best Fairy deck? What are the 2 best? Gardevoir! Hey, you won Worlds and you're still kicking. You can still do that. And Xerneas. So Gardevoir, you know this one, right? Gardevoir! What's so great about Gardevoir? Infinite Force, big powerful attack, nice hit points, ability that helps a stage 2 setup. Yeah! So she's a lot of things that takes care of, you know, stage 2 problems, especially energy part. So it's good, but it has problems going against, say, Galissopod, say Zoroark. It's difficult to scale to get those one-shot KOs. And if you want to one-shot a Buzzwall, it's gotta have 3 energies on it. You need a choice, man. It's doable, but it's alright, basically. It's alright. It's still very scary. So, yeah, when you think good fairy Pokemon, that's the first thing you think of. Next one is Xerneas. Break. You don't really see this, but it has popped up in the field tournaments. And I am more afraid of this than Gardevoir. Gardevoir? Yeah, I know about that, but the Xerneas, it's worth 1 prize card. Its attack doesn't scale on your opponent's energy, but yours. And with the few turns of Geomancy, that thing charges up the entire bench line. Pretty much. And it gets one-shot KOs, just like Gardevoir, but more reliably. So all that in together, it's hard to shut it down. It gets going. I'm afraid of it. I'm really afraid of it. So the consistency, it's safer. You don't have to worry about stage 2s. I think it's the best, second best fairy deck. Well, from my books, it is the best one. Gardevoir, you're number 2. Moving on, those are 2 of the big fairies. What about fire? So the next in the alphabet, Ho-Oh and Volcanion. What's with Ho-Oh? Oh, big nice base numbers. 190 hit points. 180 base damage. You just gotta give it a Choice Man and a one-shot Zoroark, Golisopod, all the other stage 1s, past, present, futures. Flat numbers, that is the biggest thing about that. And all you just do is feed it energies. Now you got Kiawe, you got Necrozma, which fixes Phoenix Bird's weakness. You can't chain it 2 in a row. With this Necrozma, easy. It is the best fighting fire Pokemon, 2 solid. And second up, Volcanion. You're old, buddy. Everybody knows, been playing you for ages. You veterans, yeah. So Volcanion's in a tin box, easy to make. It's been consistent. You have to use Starmie, and it uses abilities to get those big numbers. Steam Up for paying water energy. Starmie's for getting those fire energies to pay. And the new Necrozma makes it even safer. So it's solid. It's old-fashioned, it works, and they're both consistent. I'd say the Volcanion is more consistent because you just have a lot of nice helping support, Starmie. But you have a lot of pieces you have to worry about, hope your abilities don't shut down. Well, Ho-Oh, the numbers are just there. That's why I like the Ho-Oh better than the Volcanion. Alright, so moving on, we have fighting decks. This is too easy. You got your Buzzwole. We already talked about Buzzwole. Can we move on to the next one? Lycanroc! So if it's not a Buzzwole... Oh, wait a minute. Hey, there's a Buzzwole Lycanroc deck. 2 best fighting GX in one deck? Well, if it's not a Buzzwole, Lycanroc's the next best card. Yeah, Lycanroc and something. Why Lycanroc? That ability to drag out your opponent's Pokemon is scary. It is really good for control, and it makes Zoroark, the popular Zoroark, an easy kill. So, it goes along with Buzzwole. They help each other's weakness. Same fighting energy cost. Yeah, so if it's not a Buzzwole, Lycanroc. This GX is good, and it's going to be one of the best fighting cards until it leaves the game. Solid, solid, solid. Both of them are really good. They're in the same deck. So, yeah. Unless you're crazy, want to make your own Lycanroc only deck, which, yeah. So, A+ and A+ for both. This fighting is just the best deck around. Best deck type or element around. So next, we're done. Let's see. Fairy, Fire, Fighting. Letter F. D. Dark! Yeah! So, Zoroark GX. That is too generic. It's... The minute it was released, it was everywhere. It's everywhere still. Easiest setup. 1 energy. Tons and tons of card draw. Really good. But it's everywhere. People kind of know around and play around that. So even with all those cents, we're going to give it a B+. I don't think there's a dominating partner with it. And there's just so many counters for this. Lycanroc, Glaceon, Buzzwole will one-shot that. You're not going to use a Zoroark probably to win a tournament. Maybe, but I think somebody's just going to have something big that takes it out. But if you want to mention dark decks, you have to talk about Zoroark. Totally generic now. And this really isn't really a deck, because there's just so many variations. But there's just a lot of annoying dark cards. Zoroark Break? Yeah! Hoopa! We never want to see the Hoopa. Weevil! All those cards are just a nightmare to deal with. And you can put them all in one deck, so... Zoroark I can deal with. It's just generic. But these three I have to change up my strategy. They really mess up the game when they're on the field. I don't want to play it, I'm more afraid of it. And if somebody were to find a good combination, you know, outbuild something that counters the meta, that would be bad. I don't think I've found the right combo yet, but I have some ideas. So, dark decks, there are a lot of tools at your disposal. Okay, so those are the two best things from the dark. Dark Rye, you don't got enough hit points. What's that? Guzzlord, too expensive. So this is your reliable stuff. What else, Dragon? Oh, after double Dragon energy went away, there's no good way to do dragons. Hey, Pokemon's coming out with new dragon cards. They still don't look reliable, but we got to do it. What are the two best dragon decks? Garchomp. Oh, Pokemon really. It's in the theme shop. Pokemon really gave a lot of help. Super good flow once you get things going because of Lucario. You get anything you want. One-shot KOs easily. And yeah, when things get going, it's all in the theme shop. Everything is just, you know, works well together. It is the best and only good dragon deck. The next guy is Alolan Execute. Why? Well, he's the next most reliable thing. Stage 1, with the help of a Venusaur, you can get it going. Doesn't have much going for it. It's got a nice one-shot GX, 2-hit KO, and Confusion, which Necrozma can deal with. Yeah, so Executor, you're just there because I have nothing else consistent. Garchomp is consistent. One-shot kills. You know about it. It's in the theme shop. Everybody's got one. It works enough. So, moving on. Grass decks. Okay. First of all, we have Tapu Bulu, which is, it's a grass Buzzwole. Why? Because it does pretty much the same amount of damage. You just need a choice band, and your setup is slightly different. Yeah, with a Vikavolt GX, with 1-up, you're going to have a Tapu Bulu ready every single turn. 2? Oh yeah, 4 energies free every turn. It's easy. It's easy to do. It keeps up because it's just basically grass Buzzwole. Yeah, there's a lot of nice There's a lot of nice toys which you can squeeze into this Tapu Bulu deck. That makes it flexible too. Next up, we have Galissopod. This is another one that's just everywhere. You're gonna see a Galissopod and Zoroark somewhere, and both of them probably together. There's not much I'm gonna say about that. We already talked about it earlier. Big hit points, 1 energy attack, easy to set up, and it's just an easy 2-shot. Yeah, so, yep, 2 best, most consistent, reliable Pokemon decks for grass. Moving on, next Lightning decks. Lightning don't really have that good. I have to think very hard to, you know, you're not gonna see them much with Buzzwole, and they all have fighting weakness, but you gotta have them. So Lightning decks, Vikavolt. It's just really Tapu Bulu. Because, hey, they use this here. You just modify it a little bit, and now you have a Vikavolt GX deck. It has the same amount of base damage. Strategy works the same. And if Bulu works, then Vikavolt kind of works as well. Pretty much the same thing. It is more tougher, and it spends less energy. But they're both performing around the same level. Payoffs, trade-offs, yeah. Next, Raichu! You know, we had to think of something for the last one. Raichu. Went back to it earlier. It works. It's smooth. With the new Pachirisu, yeah, you can set up lots of energies. It needs lots and lots of energies over your field to do good damage. And those decks, oh no, you lose a Raichu, that's 90 damage. So that kind of stinks, but, oh, well, if we wanted the second place, this would be second place. So, yeah, we gotta, actually works pretty okay. Still. It's easier to set up than the stage 2, so that's why there's a little bit of better reliability rating on the Raichu. Although with this meta, with fighting, you don't see that much Lightnings with all the Buzzwoles and Lycanrocks. Oh yeah, Lycanroc. Bye Lightning decks. So they're just placeholders much. That's just how the meta is. Psychic. Hey, Psychic decks would love to beat Buzzwoles, except they're not consistent. Here we go. Top. Necrozma, which is Psychic Buzzwole. Really? Yeah. Except you have to run it with a Metagross. Now you do. So, what it is Necrozma has a big one-shot KO. Yeah. Prismatic Burst. If you discard all 3 of your energies, you can do 190 damage. you still need a choice band. It's way too expensive, you don't see it that often. And the Black Ray, you know, sometimes here and there you see a Black Ray squeezed in for that 100 damage everywhere. But we're really pushing ourselves with the Psychic deck here. Necrozma is one of the Psychic cards that get one-shot KOs. The combo is just really expensive to do, so you don't see it as much. But it is probably the key card that Psychic cards decks need. You now have Lunala GX. You don't see that much either. Yeah, has a weakness to Dark. Luckily, Zoroark needs a choice mana full bench, so there are ways to stop. It's likely not gonna KO. It's great with Max Potion. It's like kind of like a Galissopod deck. Yeah, but you don't see it much either, too. I think though it has potential. It could be a good, decent underdog. It's not as fast, and you have to work with stage 2. So yeah, there's that. And you don't really see much power from it. There's not a good way to make this one shot consistently. It's not compatible with Necrozma, so for now, it's alright. It's kind of like a big Galissopod, slow Galissopod deck is what it feels like. So these are the two best Psychic decks. There's just, yeah, there's something, I don't know, fast 120 damage deck that's consistent. Yeah, that would probably be okay. They're just all slow-ish. Sluggish. Steel decks! Ooh. Steel decks got a lot of love this expansion. They're gonna be around for a while. They have some spectacular numbers and ways to make the consistent SOLGALEO. Everything is just built into it. You got the new Prism Star to get energies. You have big one-shot damage. And you have ways to keep on doing it. Hello Prism Star. Hello Super Boost. Hello... a lot of things. Yeah, the new Stadium. It is one of the big decks up there. It will destroy other GX decks, so you have to have some trick to play around this. Top of the line, top of the line. You also have the baby SOLGALEO deck, which is the basic version, has its own combo with Magnezone. It's squishier, it's easier for other decks to deal with. So I definitely am more afraid of the SOLGALEO. I think maybe played more often so soon. And it's one of the decks I would like to, you know, I think will start showing up soon. So nothing in the new expansion scares these steel decks away. They're just going to be the best for a while. And you know what? They're getting some upgrades too. So, okay, so they're just going to keep getting better. This and fighting decks. Alright, next up we have water decks. Ooh, there's a great engine coming. But we're talking about right now, Glaceon. You don't see much Glaceons. People are running Zoroarks. I don't think Zoroark's the right thing. I think Raichu, Lapras, Raichu is really, really good. Glaceon's one of the best GX for the waters. If not one of... Yeah. Right now, you just can't run anything weak to grass. Because the Galissopod, you really have to depend on this Glaceon. And, I mean, it'll be there. It's going to be a big deck. If it's right now, it's being played a little, but no. This is a really good deck. You just have to fight the right combos. Zoroark is not the right deck with it. Next up is Ninetales. Oh yeah, it's got this anti-GX ability. It's not a grass. Remember, no grass decks, not weak to grass. No water Pokemon that's good, weak to grass can be played. So, the next one, Ninetales, Alolan Ninetales. Alolan Ninetales, there really isn't a big, nice tech to make it consistent. So for now, this little thing is this nasty trick. If you can make Ninetales patch up its weakness work, it's good. It's the thing that you have to worry about. So, yeah, you can put both of these in the same deck too. It would be pretty scary, and it works. So, I think these two big components of major water decks, Polion just its damage isn't consistent. So these two most reliable 2 water cards. All right, so are we at the end? Yeah, I wrote a lot more down. That's, well, if you still want more details, they're there. But for this, this is my explanation of it. So that is it for now. So those are the 2 best decks, or the 2 best cards, I think, of each category. Next expansion, we'll have to see. We'll have to see. The dragon definitely gets fixed up. So that is it for now. Thank you very much, Integrals Differentials. You guys take it easy. Thank you very much. Stay safe, and I'll see you guys next time. Thank you. Bye-bye.